of the Operation and Oversight. Oh, okay. Calling to order the meeting of the Operation and Oversight Committee for the Board of Retirement. Today being August 3rd, it is now 11:25. Um, who's working with me in this meeting? Bonnie or Linda?
Terry will be facilitating the meeting with you.
Terry,
Yes,
I'm going to turn it over to you for comments,
thank you.
instructions.
This meeting is being conducted virtually, so I will do a roll call of the trustees to confirm attendance. Mr. Knox,
I'm here.
Miss Gray,
Here.
Mr. Sanchez,
Present.
Mr. Moore, Mr. Kehoe, Mr. Robbins, Ms. Zapanta, Mr. Harris,
Here.
Mr. Pryor and Mr. Bernstein are not with us today. Vice Chair Santos.
Present.
Staff participating in the meeting include CEO Santos Kryman, Deputy CEO Louis Lugo, AEOs JJ Popowich, and Laura Guglielmo, Chief Counsel Stephen Rice, Chief Audit Executive Richard Bendel. Staff and managers participating today include Roberta Van Nortrick, Martin Sandoval, James Beasley, Kathy Delano, Bob Schlattfeld, Sami Vong, Celso Templo, Cookie Harania, Christina Logan, Leisha Collins, Gabriel Tafoya, and Perla Gonzalez. Consultants Robert Lowe from Alliant and Kevin Villanueva from Moss Adams. Trustees, please use the Zoom chat option to be placed in queue. At this time, we ask all meeting participants to mute your mics until you are ready to speak, and we may now proceed with the agenda.
Great, thank you very much. Mr. Harris will be a voting member. So with that, approval of the minutes for the July 6th, 2022 meeting.
I'll move approval. I will second.
It's been moved and second. Any corrections, changes? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Knox,
Aye.
Mr. Sanchez,
Aye.
Mr. Harris,
Aye.
Vice Chair Santos.
Yes,
The motion passes unanimously.
great, thank you for that. Next item is public comment. I don't believe we have received.
I have not
request.
received anything.
Great, thank you very much for that. Moving forward, reports. Subsection 8, LACERA operations briefing. That's for information only. Any comments on that?
Yes, Vice Chair Santos, we do have just a brief update that we want to provide the board in terms of some of our initiatives related to some of the call wait times, some short-term initiatives that we're embarking on. And I want, if it's permissible, to have JJ run through those initiatives to ensure that the board is aware of some of the, again, short-term things that we're looking at to improve service delivery across both the retiree healthcare as well as the member service call center.
Absolutely. Mr. Popovich, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Santos.
Did you get it, Mr. Popovich? Did you get it? Somebody upset because you're sick and you're working?
No, I'm just dedicated. You know,
Good.
these are important. You know, serving our members is important, and you know, so I'm going to be here as long as I can.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank
You have
you.
the floor.
So as the Ops briefing report outlines, we have been hard at work with our online call center provider, AWS, to implement a callback option for members. So since our last meeting, we completed our due diligence with AWS and with some county departments, which we thought were using the callback feature. Only one of them was using the callback feature. We met with them to learn from their experience. The department briefly implemented the callback feature quickly and quickly stopped using it because it didn't work out as expected for them. And so we learned what happened in their situation, learned from their experience, and confirmed that we're on track to make our implementation as successful as possible. The phase plan that outlined in the briefing report has changed slightly. Phase 1, the callback phase, remains the same. Phase 2 has been separated into a different statement of work, which we'll do shortly after we do the current 5-phased approach. Phases 1, 3, 4, and 5 that are and a fifth phase, which we're adding, which are outlined in the briefing report, are what we're focusing on. So working with AWS, we've secured general agreement that phase 1 can be processed within 2 weeks of signing the statement of work and our purchase order. And that's a significant reduction from the original quoted 5 weeks that they gave us. So we're really happy about that. The other phases included in this first SOW will be rather quick. The added phase 5, which is not represented in the report, is a after call survey, which is restoring a functionality that we lost when the pandemic hit. That'll be really helpful in giving us feedback on how the callback feature is working, because hopefully people will provide comments on it. Additionally, as noted in the report, phase 1 includes correcting the call wait time announcement. The current wait time announcement, there is one on there. It's not accurate per se. It only provides estimations in 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30-minute increments. And so that doesn't give an accurate reflection of the wait time. So that's something that AWS has been working on. Mr. Harania has been following AWS's development of their product to provide the more accurate time counts, wait time counts, and that'll be part of that first phase. The remove phase 2, which is a pre-validation and possible voice authentication project, was removed just due to its complexity. It was never going to interfere with the callback, but we just felt it needed more time to be developed. So we're still committed to doing that. It'll be in a separate SOW, which will be completed shortly. The key to that project is it will reduce the call duration by 1 or 2 minutes, and every minute of call duration that we lessen is more calls that we can take in the overall. So that's on the specific callback project. In terms of a lot of the other things that we're doing to reduce the call wait time, there's a number of them, so please bear with me. One is we're going to revamp the IVR tree to offer a new queue for LACERA support only. It's something that Mr. Kryman alluded to in the Board of Retirement meeting. The test case will see if we can reduce call wait times by removing just those LACERA support calls from the main queue and having a dedicated group of specialists answer those calls. These calls account for about 7 to 9% of our calls that we get in Member Services Call Center. So to test this out, we're modifying our training schedule and training the RBS1 group from Class 2 to take these calls and support them. So while this does alter the training schedule, these are still skills that they would later learn on towards the end of their training. So it's not really detrimental to the ultimate goal of getting them on the phone as a full-time or fully trained specialist. It's just moving things around to address the crisis. Additionally, Kathy Delano and I have agreed that the project management office and the project management group in operations will partner to develop a very robust support program for LACERA. The program will develop a comprehensive troubleshooting guide for LACERA, which will speed up problem resolution for the support team, as well as the escalation process, create an escalation process. So we'll share more about that as we finalize it, hopefully by our September ops briefing. We are also doing some updates to LACERA.com. We're working to continue our efforts to improve LACERA.com. It's a vital part of our service package. We're adding a there is a retirement planning section, and it's been updated, and we've moved a updated 7 steps to retirement planning to more visible. This is a graphical representation of what members need to do in order to plan their retirement. This is basically that 6-month process of what you need to do. So this tool has been redesigned. It's going to be, it will be redesigned shortly. It's been updated, but it's going to be redesigned as well. And it's going to be referred to by member service staff as a way to give members a roadmap to what they need to get done. Additionally, we're working on a retirement package. So this online package will be available for members who are in that final stage of retirement planning, the election phase. For years, the Member Service Center staff have used a retirement to-do checklist. It's part of our one-on-one counseling. It's a checklist that they can give to members, and they go through it. It's got all the steps of what you must do at the time of retirement. So what forms you have to submit, what order you have to do, what things you have to think about. So it's a step-by-step outline. This in-person tool includes all the necessary forms and reminders that we would give members if they were meeting with us one-on-one. The MSC team has been updating their form, and we'll be using this as the foundation to create this online retirement package. Members who do not or cannot wait for counseling will be able to use this package to retire. The package will link members to the retirement university so they can view and learn about the available retirement option. Links to provided all the necessary forms so the member can fill out the forms just as they would do during a one-on-one session. The Member Service Center team will also be able to use the tool during their one-on-one sessions, making it easier for members to access paperwork as they normally fill out paperwork. And our target date for getting that out is August 12th. A phase 2 of this program will include videos and how-to instructions for filling out the forms. The call center team will share this tool with members during their discussions as both a pre-planner and for their one-on-one meetings as a tool for self-service. I want to make it really clear, this isn't a replacement, and we have no intention of it being a replacement for one-on-one counseling, but it's supplement for those members who want to do it themselves. Sometimes we have members that just call us and just say, I want to go. How do I do that? And you know, they don't want to wait to talk to somebody, but this will vastly improve the level of service that they have and the level of information they have, because it will all be succinct, and it'll be the same type of thing that we would be sharing with them when we do them one-on-one. So this will continue to be an evolutionary tool. It'll come the foundation for future efforts to create a more robust self-service retirement counseling process for members that we want to do. And that, what I'm thinking in that area is, anybody's ever used any one of the tax preparation programs where you do your own taxes, where they step you through with lots of counseling and advice and information. That is ultimately what I'd like to see for an online retirement process for members that want to do it that way. And then finally, as Mr. Kryman mentioned in the Board of Retirement meeting, the member operations group has worked together to identify staff who have previously worked in the call centers, whether it be retiree healthcare or member services. They're working together to work out schedules so that those individuals can be added into the specialist queues so that they can answer members' questions and we can handle more calls. This is a temporary step until we can get our team fully updated and trained. So this, and there's constantly other things that we're thinking about every day to try to reduce the call wait times and deal with the current crisis. With that, I'll stand for any questions.
Well, thank you for that report, Mr. Popovich. I agree. I think those improvements, it's in particular with regards to the instructional videos on how to fill out the forms, I think it will be really helpful for the members, those members who want to do it independently. Any other questions, comments?
Can I ask, JJ, can you remind me, the self-service also includes all of the retiree healthcare forms that need to be filled out, is correct?
Yes, there will be links to those because they're available now, and those will be the videos too that were already mentioned earlier this morning. So
okay, so it's the full service, the retiree healthcare, pension issues, correct?
It's gonna be the full service, yes.
Good, thank you. I don't see any other questions. Moving forward, subsection B, business insurance renewal summary update. That's for information only. Any questions, comments regarding that? I don't see any. So I don't believe we have any items for staff review.
No, there's nothing.
Good of the order. Anybody has a burning sensation to say something about? Hearing none. Let's move into executive session. So we need to clear the room for those individuals who are not required to be here.